This is the second installment of the series, Build a Business into an Asset of Value. Chapter 1. Start by thinking exit. Begin with the end in mind. Stephen Covey, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Some years ago, I had a client who worked in his own business up to his death at the age of 77. The business designed and produced electronic timing devices used in the manufacturing sector. The owner had a passion for electronic design and derived tremendous satisfaction from his profession. But when the owner passed away, the business ended abruptly. The business had little assets, only a few pieces of furniture and an assortment of old equipment. What's more, all the skills required to design and produce the product were vested in the now deceased owner. But the owner, a wise man, had over the years invested profits in other assets. He became a very wealthy man. The business owner so enjoyed the creative process of designing and producing the product that he could not tear himself away from working in his business. The business remained operationally dependent on the owner. I can think of nothing better than working in a field that you love until you one day fall over, not because you must, but because you want to. The owner made a conscious decision to deal in this way with his business. Recently, I met 2 brothers who co-owned a grocery store, a franchise of one of the large grocery chains. They earned a good income from their business, but were unhappy and wanted out. Their business was both financially and operationally dependent on the continual involvement of the owners. They were bitterly disappointed when no investor was willing to pay more than a fire sale value for their business. Although the brothers wanted out, they felt trapped. They could not afford to sell their business at this value. I can think of nothing worse than having to work in a field you loathe because you have no choice. It's not for me to tell you what you should do with your business, but I strongly recommend that you make a conscious decision about what you want from your business. If you consider your business as an income generator and nothing else, then good for you. Nothing wrong with that. You understand that the business is never going to become an asset of value. Instead, you choose to invest profits in other assets to build your personal wealth. However, if you aspire to one day realize a healthy capital gain from disposing of your business interest, you must take a very different approach. You must adopt the mindset of an investor. You must think of your business not merely as a way of earning an income, but as an asset that must be developed. Experienced investors start any conversation about making an investment by thinking about the end in mind, the way of exiting. The gain from an investment is made not at the end, but at the start. It is what you pay for the investment at the start that determines the value of your eventual gain. When and how to exit informs their decision of what to pay for the investment today. Likewise, you as your business's first investor must develop a clear exit strategy right at the start of your journey. How and when will you realize a capital gain from disposing of your business interests? You may think of shareholder exit in one of two contexts. Founder exit. The founder develops an exit strategy to realize his investment in the business where he severs all ties with the business. Or investor exit. The current owner presents a business case to potential investors to raise capital, which includes a clear path to exit for the investors. Typically, the original founder continues his involvement in the business. Exit strategies. Business sale. If you plan to sell your business outright, you must consider who would likely buy a business such as yours, and would you be able to obtain an acceptable amount of money from such a buyer. Very few individuals have substantial amounts of capital to invest in a business. In South Africa, it is reported that fewer than 6% of individuals accumulate sufficient monies for retirement. Even fewer individual investors build an investment portfolio of any substantial value. It is much more likely that a business owner will secure a reasonable amount of money by selling to a corporate investor. Potential corporate investors may include venture capitalists, professional investors seeking to invest in a fast-growing business with the objective of making a substantial gain over the medium term. Typically, venture capitalists seek to grow a business to the point where it can be listed, an initial public offering on a stock exchange. Listing, trading, and selling their equity in the business is the exit strategy for venture capitalists. Competitors. No one understands or appreciates your business and the value that you've created better than your direct competitors. Unfortunately, many entrepreneurs hold such animosity against their competitors that they refuse to even consider selling their business to the competition. Great entrepreneurs see competitors as compatriots and seek to build respectful relationships with a view of one day selling their business. Suppliers. As a wholesale business, your suppliers may become increasingly dependent on your business for sales. It is not uncommon for suppliers to invest in distributors to maintain and grow sales. Customers. Your customers may rely heavily on your product for its own operations and could be persuaded to buy your business to secure uninterrupted supply. Another exit strategy may be franchising. A business that does not require a large initial capital outlay or a highly skilled operator may be suitable for a franchising model. The founder develops a business model that can be easily replicated. New franchisees are quickly trained at relatively modest costs. The founder of the business acts as a franchisor and makes money by selling individual franchises to investors. Additionally, the franchisor may earn an annuity income in the form of a franchise fee from each operator. Another exit strategy is a management buyout, more often a strategy for services businesses. The founder recruits and trains a team of managers with the idea to one day sell his interest in the business to the management team. The arrangement typically consists of the sale of the equity stake of the founder to the individual managers. The founder extends a loan to individual managers to fund the purchase. Conclusion. Presenting investors with a clear exit strategy is a precondition to attract capital. It is the first thing investors think of, and yet very few business owners have a clearly defined strategy of how they plan to exit their business. A clearly defined exit strategy is made evident in the decisions the entrepreneur makes throughout their involvement in the business. Surely, a business will invest in developing its management team if a management buyout is the chosen exit strategy. Likewise, a business owner seeking to sell out to a supplier as his chosen exit strategy will likely invest heavily in this relationship. Thank you for watching. Access the full series. Visit Constructum Online Learning on YouTube or click on the link in the post.